know one another once more.
Oh, damn.
There you are. Starting to wonder if you'd show up.
Let's see. Are you joking? I've been counting down the days. Let's be
Honestly,
nice.
So have I. Oh, come here, will you? It's been forever.
Okay, at least Lae'zel doesn't disapprove. Good, we're not in trouble.
You feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it.
Slept under the stars enough. Nonsense, I'm as disciplined as ever.
No offense intended. Quite the contrary, in fact. I'm glad you seem well. Truly.
Let's see. Feelings mutual.
I had no doubt. But I'm glad to hear you say it all the same.
Should we do another episode where we do these things? It might take a while, I don't know. Tell me what you've been up to.
Wandering, mostly. The adventuring life is almost a tonic when you're not constantly threatened by brain monsters and cultists. I can finally see the world beyond the cloister.
I thought you might crave a little peace and quiet after everything.
Peace and quiet will still be there waiting once I've lived a little. Though, don't get me wrong, I've got a little cottage with a garden and animals in mind already. One of my first stops was the House of the Moon in Waterdeep. It's the largest temple of Selûne in existence. It seemed like the perfect spot to reflect on my parents, on where they came from. And where I came from too, I suppose. Hard to imagine, isn't it? Me, of all people, in the lair of the Moon Witch herself. God, your truest act of heroism was putting up with all that char and drivel I was spouting for so long.
Your parents would be proud.
Oh, I know they are. I can still sense them, I think. And one day we'll be reunited.
What's next for you?
I don't know. Which is just the way I like it just now. Perhaps I'll just stick a pin in a map and see what I find, or head to the docks in the morning and scrounge a berth to find somewhere new. I'd like to see the islands, maybe, or head south to Arm. I heard there's an enclave of werecats that hunt the followers of dark gods by moonlight. I'd love to see if there's any truth to that. But enough about me. What have you been up to?
Well, apparently I've been up to leave.
Don't be a stranger.
Okay, that was kind of okay, and that was kind of strange. Okay, who's next? Animal speech potion anywhere? Or maybe we don't even need it anymore. Oh, he has the
Something
artifact.
strange in your old friend's mouth. What is it?
The astral prism.
A familiar invitation. He wants you to throw the object he's dropped.
Alright, let's do
But
it.
it isn't a ball. It's the astral prism.
That's pretty funny. That thing turned into a toy for a dog in the end. But he is the best dog, so... I'm so glad Withers remembered my favorite companion.
Scratch barks merrily. He whines. Let's talk.
Okay, I'll throw it, don't worry. Also, I still have my spells for some reason. I guess it would make sense. Also... Okay. Oh, here it is.
This has a keen eye for a nice vintage. Why were we scrounging in barrels and crates for supplies when he could source things?
There he goes.
I remember one evening when we had to eat 14 apples.
And the owl bear is our ever majestic friend. Pet him. Yeah, okay, well, we don't have the animal speech potion at the moment. Are we still the same level? I guess we are. So the game doesn't like spoil anything more about our abilities or anything. Oh god, Minsk.
Boo! We are not dreaming! It is our old friend!
Good to see you.
Oh, and it is good to be seen. Oh, after so many days down in the dark, Minsk began to wonder if he was some blind bug who had only dreamed himself to be large and bulksome. You will forgive the aroma, I hope. We were not expecting the Dusty One to open a portal to our very cell.
You got in
Had a
prison?
moment to lick himself clean, but there is a little too much of Minsk to cover.
What did you do?
Minsk and Boo have been helping, of course. We guard the streets, while Jahira is occupied with harperish matters. The Zentarum rule the city's underbelly, so Minsk and Boo went to give them a tickle. There were harsh words, battle cries, some manner of head wound. We awoke in a Zentish cell, awaiting trial by noble combat. Execution, says Boo, though I am not sure of the difference. It is a long walk to the gallows, and Minsk still has his fists, no?
Alright, I mean, that's one way to do it. Sounds like Withers got you out just in time.
In ample time indeed. So long as the Bone Mage returns us to our cell by dawn, Boo would not be late to the bloodshed. But
Of course.
leave such matters for the morn. How have you filled your days since we tore this sticky tyrant from the sky?
Let's see. Living my life. Lae'zel and I have been fighting for the Comet Prince. The Lich Queen shall soon fall.
Minsk hears the determination rattle your cry. Even if he can't remember who is the Comet and who the Lich Queen. Boo will remind him of the details later. He has the memory of a miniature giant space elephant.
And those have good memories, I
Much
hear.
merriment to be made before... this pond shall do nicely, Boo. Though I see no...
Okay. We didn't really spend that much time with him,
There
so...
you are. I was hoping you'd make your way over.
Alright, Will, how are you doing?
To your relief, your projection holds. It took a dozen Gish's talents, a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure it. You can touch, taste, and talk. But your fleshy body is in limbo, the home of the mystical Githzerai. The Githzerai god king, Menyar Agith, sent word through the cosmos. He knows of your rebellion, and he's agreed to parley. Should the Githzerai join you, you could vanquish Flakith in a red dragon's blink.
What's the word on the rebellion? I presume you've cracked open more Kithraki heads than you could possibly count.
Let's see. I've turned my mind to political concerns. We seek a powerful ally in Githzerai. 13,300. Oh, well, let's go with the exact number.
Then you did keep count. I should have known you would. I'm afraid since we last met, my corpse count remains a paltry 0. Unless you count the boars I felled on ducal hunts. Rebuilding a city requires a politic mind. A sharp soldering blade, not so much. Bargains must be made. Coin must change hands. Tongues must be held in check. Still, I make the decisions I see fit. The ones I think will restore the city to glory. I serve only Baldur's Gate, not a devil of the first hell.
I've missed traveling. Let's see. How's the city faring?
I've had more than a few challenges, given the horns sprouting from my head. The people know me as one of the champions who saved their beloved city. They know Ravengard blood flows through my veins. The patriarchs, the aristocracy, the councils of Waterdeep and Arm, their arms aren't so wide open. Still, there's no friction that can't be greased with a sly promise or a proposition.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't think we...
Go on. The night or waste a single drop of wine for that matter. I plan on downing half a bottle.
Yeah, we're not gonna, like, get all the dialogue from everyone, just the important ones. Those are gonna be... Also, what the hell is this? End your... Oh, okay. Oh, that's kinda sad, really. Halson, how you doing?
You would think someone of my vintage would be inured to the passage of time. Yet these past 6 months have seemed endless without your company. But now, our paths cross once more.
The feeling's mutual. I missed you. He's a good guy.
For each other's company, I sense. I cannot imagine otherwise after what we shared. That bond was forged in a crucible that can never be stoked again, Oak Father willing. It is a bond that can weather any distance, any passage of time. I know it can, for I feel the longing for old friends in my heart each day.
The future is ours to ride. Who knows what we might yet share together. Yeah, join me on the battles.
You are right, of course. I am accustomed to dwelling on the past, even when it brought me nothing but unhappiness. You changed that, and gave me the most precious of memories. Now the task is to make yet more of them, so that each reunion shall be all the sweeter. And who's to say we need to make such gatherings a rare occasion? My hearth is yours to warm yourself beside always. Now, we have much to catch up on. Do not allow me to ramble on. I am eager to hear all you've been doing.
I want to hear about you first.
In that case, our community grows rapidly. In 6 months, we have turned what was once a shadowy wasteland into a true home for all. And the old masonry.
I'm gonna skip a little
towers
bit
and
because
Brightwind
he's
have
not
been
one of the main
repurposed
characters
into
we
new
used.
homes. And the land is rich with harvests and bountiful trees. Nature and civilization are in harmony, stronger together.
Sounds great.
It is, truly. Though a more complex, evolving beast than I could ever have anticipated. I spoke often of balance before. Only now do I realize that balance is no simple, fixed thing. We welcome folk from all walks of life. Anyone who wishes for a new start. Naturally, it can be chaotic at times, but it is a thrilling sort of chaos. It thrives in ways I could never have dreamed of.
I'll need to see this place for myself.
You are welcome whenever you like, and for however long you please. Now, please, tell me all, and spare no details. I shall not lie. I have an ulterior motive in wishing to hear all. It is the children, you see. My charges. Their appetite for bedtime tales is greater than I could ever have anticipated. Another story, Daddy Halsin. Another is the chorus that greets me each nightfall. They have all but exhausted my repertoire in but a few short months. No mean feat given the lifetime I have lived. I desperately need new material, please. My reputation is at stake.
Let's see. Let's see what I
I
have.
am all ears. Though I never cared for that phrase. A rather
Past 6 months,
unsettling image.
fighting along Lae'zel. Yeah.
Lae'zel could not have wished for a finer companion by her side. You truly love her, I can tell. Just keep each other safe, please. Now, it would be cruel of me to hoard you all to myself for the evening, as much as I would like to. I shall leave you to the others for now, unless there was anything else.
No, I think we're fine.
Before you go, I have something for you. Just a little keepsake, really. Do you remember how I told you I like to whittle? I made this.
It's a whittle whittle.
Ducks are my favorite, but I thought they were particularly fitting in this case. They are migratory birds, of course, traveling far and wide with the turn of the seasons. Yet, they always find their way back to where they belong. Just like old friends find themselves back in each other's company.
I'll take it. That's awesome. Thank you.
Just a token to remember me by. Now, I've taken up enough of your time. Go on. Enjoy the festivities.
Whittle duck.
So you made it! Now it really is a party.
Withers
Oh
has
boy,
laid out
Asterion.
quite a spread of food.
Well, look who decided to turn up. I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. Or here I am. I'm not sure about you.
Well, I'm sort of here. Taking a breather in limbo with Lae'zel.
But of course, I imagine traversing a cosmic war zone is no easy thing. You know, I was concerned you'd land yourself in trouble without me to look after you, but I see you're doing just fine as you are. Flying across the cosmos on the backs of dragons, waging war on your mad queen. I couldn't be more proud.
Well, you should join us. What about you? What have you been doing?
I've taken a turn as an adventurer and hero. It turns out no one actually cares about murder, as long as you murder the right people. And apparently I'm rather good at it.
I could have told you that.
Yes, but you say all sorts of things. Honestly, I don't even listen half the time. It has made for a nice change, though. Inspiring hope in people instead of terror. Well, I do try to inspire a little terror. I'm still me, after all.
So what's next?
Hardly. Good people don't spend as much time lurking in the dark as I do. You know, it's funny. At first, I thought I was trapped by the shadows, cursed to live in them forever. But in time, I realized that darkness is as much a part of me as my fangs. This is only a curse as long as I refuse to embrace the shadows. So, I decided I would. I decided not to be defined by the choices other people made, by what other people did to me. My past may be done, but my present, my future, they're mine. This is who I am, in all my glory, for better and for worse.
Well, he seems to have reached a good place.
That being said, I haven't completely given up on returning to the sun. If the opportunity presented itself, well, I wouldn't say no. But until then, I am happy. We've had quite the journey, you and I. From the moment I first threatened you, I knew you were someone special. Someone to take on the world with. I will miss our time together. But then again, maybe this isn't goodbye. So much as it's, See you later, darling.
Yeah, I think we'll see him again at some point. Alright. The hell is that? Oh, it's that cat. Oh, Gale has... He's turned into some sort of Greek ancient thing. I don't know. What the hell is this?
Goodness. Was Faerun always so dull? Still, at least the company was worth the trip, if not the view.
You carry the aura of Nephril about you. Is this what the power of Karsus has done to you? So you did it? You became a god?
Not to be overly pedantic, but they are my powers now. I imagine you're wondering how all this came to be. The finer points of divine ascension are beyond mortal comprehension, I'm afraid, but I can provide a rudimentary sequence of events. First, I retrieved the crown of Karsus and reforged it using a series of precise and highly complex Netherese incantations. Then, I used it. As you know, the orb within me was the half-formed Karsite Weaver. Magic left incomplete by Karsus' self-destruction. I finished it. Using the crown of Karsus, I turned it into a new form of magic, fused with my being, driven by my purpose. And then I put it to work. As expected, Mystra was unwilling to hand over the reins of the weave, so I've claimed dominion over another area which I've passing familiarity. Ambition.
Let's see. What does the god of ambition offer to his followers?
I offer them nothing. I inspire them to seize their destinies for themselves. Great as the heights I've reached thus far may be, I've not forgotten my humble origins. In fact, they're central to my doctrine. Those drawn to the Galarian Creed merely seek my guidance as the impressive, all-powerful being I've become. Ambition is about beginnings. It's not just about the heights, but the lows that preceded them. I was nothing. A drifting dust mote of a wizard, abandoned by my goddess, my powers lost, my reputation destroyed. And look at me now. I'm their proof. Proof their hopes are not barren wastes, but the loamy soil in which their future achievements will flourish. Proof that with ambition, anything is possible.
What of those, let's see. This Galarian magic of yours sounds intriguing. Could I wield it as I do the weave? So if a certain wizard wished to invent a new spell more powerful than any ever created, you might help with that?
You see? Now you're realizing your true potential. You, and many more by the day. There are already several shrines in my honor scattered across the outer reaches of Thay, and rumors of a very prominent temple under construction in Arm. This is only the beginning.
Let's see. What can I say? I'm
I
impressed.
thought you would be. Now, divine as my company undoubtedly is, I have an eternity to catch up with you. A luxury few others at this party possess. Don't let me deprive them of your company, or mine, for that matter. It's not every day a newborn god shows up to the reunion.
Well, that is true.
The material plane. I'd almost forgotten what it's like.
Well, Jahira, nature's servant awaits. Here we
Well,
go.
now. You can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to.
Well, I missed you too.
How nice to be understood again. I have spent the past months bickering with builders and bankers, all to restore the city exactly as it was. Same twisting alleys for purse pickers, same wooden buildings ready to get burnt by next year's dragon, same cisterns overflowing. Huh.
Let's see. What are Harper's up to?
What else? Helping. Whether I ask for it or no. Harpers have come from half the world over to lend aid. My own son, Jord, has been wooed to their ranks. Already he plans crop cycles in Worm's crop. Not so for my daughter. Ryan's rejoined the Flaming Fist, though she spends more time locking up comrades for pocketing aid funds. They might learn a thing or two if they don't expel her. Again.
You must be proud, I suppose.
I am. I tried to steer them clear of my life's work, but they have chosen it for themselves. There is still much to do. People to house, a Harper network to rebuild. I may have little love for this city, but so long as my family chooses to serve it, I can do no less. For all your travels, I hope you have arrived where you want to be. Home. Whatever that means to you.
The gate, what? Where we are standing now, this campsite is my home, even when I'm far away.
Sentiment. With the greatest affection, I can think of better ways to sour our stomachs. I must inspect the refreshments. You'll never...
Alright, she's doing alright. And who is left at this point? We have... her. Milil. Wait, that's not who I thought it was.
Oh, hello. Let me guess, you've got some suggestions about
No, just carry on. Okay. I guess that was just a bard that was hired. Okay, I'm sure there's someone we've missed. Lae'zel, obviously, our fucking waifu, basically. Karlach died, obviously.
The day I pray to you,
Shadowheart, she's just hanging around here. Have we gotten everyone? I feel like we're missing someone.
Perhaps the bard knows some of my favorites. Unless my taste in music
Am I mistaken?
is too
I feel like
antique to
there's a person missing. And I can't... Also, there's all kinds of things around. Halsin, Jaheira, Minsk is doing his thing. Will, Asterion, obviously. I think maybe that's it then. Well, Lae'zel, the most important one.
For 2 months we trained the Knights of the Comet. For 2 more we skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet we traveled through Limbo. It's taken a dozen Gish's talents and a few stolen psi crystals, and 2 10 days of effort to conjure our projections here. Worth every one of those days and every drop of their sweat. Right here, right now. There's no other place I'd sooner be. Enjoy your night, chatter away. For tomorrow, we face Zereth Minyaragith.
Zereth Menya Agith. And well you know the name. The immortal god king of the Githzerai, and the ruler of their capital, Shraktalor.
Let's see. Do you really think he will help us?
I do. Minyaragith is an ascetic. He reached out in good faith. He will aid us if we meet him in the same spirit, my love.
Love. The word hangs in the air for a moment before Lae'zel continues, unfazed.
And if he refuses, we carry on. Gravity pulls us in but one direction. I am the comet. We will blaze forth until we burn Vlaakith's bones to ash and smash her phylactery to pieces. And when the comet has risen, we will be forever together, as surely as Kalir will forever circle the sun.
Yeah, let's do this one.
Love. Until I knew you, I thought the mere idea a joke. A weakness indulged only by lesser species. You proved me a fool. I am forever grateful.
Seek the warmth of her touch. Yep, let's do it. Even in limbo. There we go. That's a good way to end the story. With a creepy limbo kiss. Alright. Well, it might be time to end the adventure.
Taste I will never grow tired of.
What's become of the egg?
So it has. And a fine man the hatchling will be. I call him Zan. Freedom. He is with the mages of Zamvardim. I trust his care to no one else. Zan's destiny will be his own to follow. Warrior, poet, explorer, scholar. His way will be the way of the comet. No chains to bind us, no lies to bury us. Liberty will be the rallying cry that unites our empire.
Well, damn. I think that's it then. I think we did it.
I learned much under these very skies.
So, I think it's time. We're gonna end it. Oh man, I'm not sure if I'm even ready. Okay, there's a bunch of scrolls and stuff here for some reason. Alright, well. How's it going, man? Been a while.
Thou feelst it still. She is not here. She who was the boldest.
Karlach, yeah.
Hast thy thoughts been with brave Karlach often?
I'm being strong. It's what she would have wanted.
Truly? Most of the time it was she who was strong for thee. Didst thou not employ her ever to carry all of thine loot?
Are you making a joke?
It is said that mortals require levity, that it is the antidote to any of the darkest hours. And who knew that better than she?
Well, you got a point,
In
man.
a dozen 10 days, an entire life was lived. More than mortal years. Mortal centuries were hers. Thy band, thy bond, gave that life to her.
We should celebrate that, shouldn't we? Not more than what wasn't.
Now thou speakest like me. Thou hast wisdom, after all. In the fugue plane, her soul burns so bright, it pains the gods to look upon. Recall that in time, all changeth and all is rejoined. Thou shalt be with her again.
I think I've caught up with everyone. What happens next?
What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen.
Okay, here we go. Final cutscene, I suppose.
The balance of the world restored. The balance of these lives, mortal and otherwise, brought to account. Hear me, thou heroes, wastrels, friends. I have waited long to tell you these words. It is over. For now. Thou played thy part in weaving the fabric of fate itself, but for every thread you sewed, so did the gods unravel another. Sleep, rest, revel, but be ready. For thou mayst yet be needed. Until we meet again, I wish thee every possible fortune, health, wealth, love, and above all, problems worth solving.
Let's see. To the greatest friends I could dream of. Let's go with that.
To you.
Well, holy shit, that's it, I think. Yeah, okay. That was a long journey. But, here, oh shit, what did I just do? Oh.
There thou art, the dead three. Thy faces gods, thy actions barely worthy of the name. Didst truly believe thy ploy would succeed? Didst believe I would not notice? Thou soughtst to bolster thy strength by taking away the souls of mortals. But souls vanish when their hosts become mind flayers. Didst think the other gods would not notice? Gods thou may be, yet thou hast proven thyself fools, everyone. The supplication of Bane, the whimper of Baal, the death mule of Merkel, felled by mortals. I overestimated thee. They did not. Vermin, away. Thou wilt trouble us no more.
Hopefully. For now. Well, I guess that's it. I don't know if there's going to be more cutscenes after that. But I mean, thank you so much for watching. This has been a crazy journey, this whole game, really. Yep, there we go. That's it. I guess there's not much more to do now. Yeah, reunion camp. Yeah, that's the game. Crazy. I mean, such a great RPG. Holy shit. I mean, it's a long one. It takes a long time to get through, especially if you play like me. But it really takes you on a journey, like that feeling of being on that adventure, like holy shit. And now it's kind of empty, you know, now it's done and I'm just, you know, it's just over, and you're just sitting there with that experience. Amazing game, yeah. And of course there are a few little hiccups here and there where, you know, things could have been better, but in the grand scheme of things, they don't matter. That's an amazing RPG experience, this whole thing. I guess it's about as close you can get to playing actual Dungeons and Dragons in a video game, I suppose. And Larian, you know, hats off to them. I'm gonna be excited to see what else they bring out. I mean, I have played Divinity 1 and 2, and they were amazing too. I'm not sure if I'll do those on the channel because, once again, they're very long games. And I think now for a while I'll do some shorter you know, a bit more casual type games, and then eventually I'll probably jump into an epic grand adventure. You know, I do know that the new Atlas game, Metaphor, Fantasio, or whatever, I do want to play that eventually. But it's probably very long, so it's gonna be a while, I think, after playing this. And now my throat's getting all dry. Because this episode, I've been recording this since, yeah, this is gonna be split up in different parts, obviously. And I need to drink water. But basically, thank you so much for watching. And please like and subscribe, and check out the other playthroughs if you enjoyed it, you know. And leave a comment if there's any other games you want to see, you know. I read all of it, so, you know, I'll see it and consider any games that seem interesting. But yeah, thank you so much for being on this journey. It's a crazy one. I don't even, you know, I'm a little bit speechless when you're done with a game like this. It's just like such a big, I don't know. When you finish it, it's like, there's a bit of an emptiness afterwards, you know. And we went with like a good playthrough, and I assume that there's a lot of different stuff that would happen if we went more evil or a bit different, you know, different companions, and you know, there's so much potential in a game like this. But that's gonna be it. Once again, I keep saying it, but thank you for watching. And I guess I'll see you in whatever the next game is, whatever that will be. So yeah, thanks for watching once again, and bye bye.